YouTube, welcome back to Sentinels of Freedom. Chapter 2 came out a couple of weeks ago. I've only just got around to having the time to play it, so here we go. I'm not playing it full screen, I'm playing it windowed, so things might be slightly kind of stretched in OBS, just because of the way I had to sort it out. I still don't understand the purpose of the plaza, but I'm going to set it to well... I'll try it on standard. But if it gets ridiculous, I'll lower it to easy. YouTube watch your reviews, Indie Games played it. I also reviewed it, don't you know? Okay, right, so... I haven't played this since I finished it. Interesting that I can't... Yeah, I know. So that's a plot mission, so we're not going to do Magmaria. Cargo Carnage, we just received an SOS transmission from a cargo ship out at sea. They've been hijacked. Go! As I say, I enjoyed it. This is Harmony. They have nerfed a few things since I played. So I don't know if... what was it called? Suppression, I think, is as good as it used to be. But we'll find out. Also, as this is a side quest thing, hopefully it won't punish me too much when I fail. Boarded by armed troops. They're planting bombs. Don't know how long we can hold the Boom! Cut that transmission. Secure the hostages. Get the ship ready. I might lower the audio. We got your alert. What's the situation? The cargo ship has been hijacked, but there's something more you need to see. Tyler and I have been working on breaking Perestroika's communications encryption. I've intercepted an incoming message to the hijackers, but I don't know how long I can maintain the connection. With an unaccepted loose end, Smuggler left crucial on the ship after offloading destroyable evidence. Smuggler has been liquidated. We cannot risk connection to. Fascinating. I've been wondering how Perestroika managed to amass so many troops and high-end equipment, but I haven't managed to find any leads. This could shed some light on their supply lines. I forget about that. We've got hostages to rescue. I can be concerned about more than one thing at once. I'm multitasking. That is a mood. Also, this character is Angel's favourite to play in the card game. That is the Wraith.
I've trained for this.
Hold the hostages, we secure the intel. Settings, audio. If I recall correctly, there is totally a speed up control, a speed up game option. I don't know where it is. Is it the gameplay? Yes. So, fun fact about the game speed options, being on plus and minus. Plus and minus used to be my start and stop recording buttons, and I didn't realise the first time I played this. And I accidentally, like, butchered, I think it was my last stream of Chapter 1. So I had to use the Twitch archive. Hold the hostages, we secure the intel. We can't get anything done until the hostages are safe. Get them to the jet. Okay, what are my controls again? Q and E was... Oh, R and F for zoom. Good, good.
Absolutely.
That wasn't where I wanted to go. Okay, so... 3, 5... And this is a long map. Great. Wonderful. Fantastic, right. And this is her, like, yes. How many does she have? 7. Right, I maxed everything out, of course. Single target damage. Cone damage.
Absolutely. Stay away from my friends.
Stance change and intercepting I-beams, please. Okay, I'm just going to end activation and hope. Cost no AP, that's fine. Hopefully they're not in range to shoot anything. Her I-beams didn't intercept, so that's fun.
Need something?
Hey, Unity. I actually do need something. What resource do I need to get bots again? Okay, so I start with 3. Okay. I have enough, and that is a ability 4. If I go here... Oh, within range.
Time for a change.
Oh, I forgot to look on the other side of the vessel. That's my fault. Shockwave is still seems everything I thought it was. Sorry, I'm having to relearn the abilities. That one was decent, I remember. But all of... Yeah, that's just a debuff. And everything else is on this side. Yee. Okay, right. Let's get the debuff going. Let's put Harmony there. Ah, Cursor's not in range.
Certainly.
This is... Oh, and then...
Will do.
Book it. And activation of leadership. Oh, they're trying to do the flank. Is that... Okay.
On your command.
On my command? Exactly. That's what I like to hear. Ooh. We're about to get swarmed, so let's go with defensive formation. I can do both. Right, that was my entire character build, was just do all of the buffing. Right, so let's... It's not a great situation to be in for Harmony, I'll be honest. Of 40, 10 of 40. Oh. Well, I believe.
Gladly.
Hell yeah. End turn, we'll stay in leadership. Why not?
Ouch. Wrong move, pal.
Okay, so that, I'm in the wrong stance. I kind of figured this would trigger, and it didn't, for whatever reason. Maybe I did a bad click. Anyway, what can I do?
Absolutely.
I forgot. I didn't actually want to click there, don't worry. I just messed up. Let's go for the 100%. And then, I guess, with my final action...
Need something?
Stay there. Why can I not summon Raptor Bot? I'm out of SP. Right, that was why I shouldn't have done that thing before. 100%, 18 damage. One kill, one kill. Any of these have 18 health? I guess for people who are curious... Oh, wow, 280. Oh, yeah, it's Legacy. For people who are curious, the first chapter ended... well, the first chapter is all about Perestroika, which, if you look on the right-hand side, bottom, it says Perestroika Private. I will move the jar. So it doesn't cover anything up. Perestroika are a team of Russian supervillains. Led by Mecha Stalin, who is technically dead at this point in time. Yeah, I can cancel it. Close range buff, here's bots. Yeah, I'm just going to have to do this. Create a robot. We'll go. You know what? We'll stay with Dino Robotics. I've got a bite, right? Yep. How much health do you have? 40. How much health do you have? 28. Don't think I can deal 28 or 40 damage, so I'll just do this again. Oh, hang on. How many AP does that take? 4? I'll only do 8. Curse you, damage reduction. We'll just do this. That dude just got chomped by Mr. Chomps. Increase that. Increase that. These all have 40, right? Yeah. Please? That area works fine. Uh, 90% to hit, or 100% to hit. I'll take the 100, thank you very much.
Another win for the good guys.
And then just do that. And I guess then I'll go backwards? There is something down there I need. Interactable info. Bomb. Defuse it quickly. Oh wow, that's not going to be fun.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get Legacy by the door then, I guess.
Need something?
How much health do you have, sir? 40? I don't need to heal the bot. There we go. Upgrade. Do that. And then just book it. That might be a problem. Nom nom nom, bite your butt. Mr. Chomps is amazing! I mean, we all knew that anyway, but still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cluster them all around this door before I trigger the next part of the map, which I assume is going through this door. Mr. Chomps is the best. Stay there.
Ready. Yes. Will do. On your command.
I've got enough action points to change. Not sacrifice. Just heal blast.
I'm here to help.
Give everyone health back. And activation and support.
Another vile foe.
Okay, so 5 hostages and then the way down. Oh, can I? Hang on. Tail swipe is 3. Okay. Is there anywhere I can get to within 1 action point? That guy's out of range. If I can get them to aggro Mr. Chomps rather than, I don't know, kill the hostages. Legacy is reasonably fast, so I'm going to send Legacy to loop around. Take out the back row, I think. Mr. Chomps is down. Repeat, Mr. Chomps is down. Or they could all just cluster in the doorway, that works too. Okay. Hold everything, go get Mr. Chomps. I will rebuild him as soon as I can. Yep, no, that's still as good as I remember it being. He went through the door. Don't question that. I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, that's exactly as broken as I remember it being, actually. Abort mission, repair trumps. Look, I will, okay, just give me time. Back to leadership. What's the main problem here? That one's at full health. That one's also at full health. Okay. I have a super punch, and I have that. Ideally, I'd be in this stance, but I was hoping that maybe this would trigger, but it didn't. So there we go. How many action points does Unity have? Unity is slow, is the thing. You know what?
Yes.
I think Legacy moves further than Unity, so we'll do that.
Yes.
We'll do this. You ever been rabbit punched and then shot in the back of the head with a laser? Because that sounds really bad, actually. Because I can go here, do this a couple of times.
One down. Ready.
Okay, the corpse has disappeared, I guess. It's gonna punch him. Are you planning on playing Deathloop whenever it comes out? Maybe. If it's on Game Pass. Or is vaguely affordable. See, as I mentioned when I was playing the Persistence. Oh, speaking of the Persistence, if any of you liked what you saw when I played it,
Time for a change.
There is an enhanced version coming out soon.
Will do.
Sorry, I'm just pulling everyone together to do a group heal. Yeah, there is an enhanced edition coming out soon, which, you know, I might check out if I end up with a code for it. I'm not saying I will. I'm just going to enter all of the competitions to get a free code for the enhanced edition. Oh, where did you come from? You know what? Never mind. That's what I was hoping would happen. Bear with me. 90% to hit, but it'll do a decent amount of damage.
Will do. Will do.
Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to enter... They're doing giveaways, I'm going to enter the competition for it. I might also just buy it later this year if I can afford to. Because I really enjoyed the Persistence, and playing like a ray trace enabled version might be cool. If I have the hardware to support it, obviously.
Ready.
Right, Heal Blast.
I'm here to help.
And I get health back from that, so we're all back at full health. I can stand here and do this.
Gladly.
And turn.
Need something?
Ask a gamer data you're interested in a review. I could. I can't save, right? I can save checkpoints. Sure, I'll save.
Yeah.
And this is why I did all of them with Unity. Because I expected bad guys would appear. Don't you dare. This music is a bit tense, but a bop. Hey Solari, how you doing? It's because the game's tense. It's not as chill as my usual games, but Chapter 2 came out, so I'm playing it. Actually, yeah, this is an XCOM Tactics game, but with side quests, completely optional missions. Harmony's gonna and make a mess of them. So Legacy's going to run interference out here.
Sure thing.
Hang on. If I hover over him... Oh, damn, it's resistant to everything but the atomic glare over here. And that costs 5. Oh, I'm going to do it.
Time for a change.
No, it took 2 action points to swap. Why am I like this? 14. I could set him on fire, I guess.
Stay away from my friends.
Yeah, I could show off you Mr. Chomps for real if you want to bring him up. I'm sorry, but no matter how many times I do this, Shockwave is just one of those moves that is incredibly satisfying to use.
Yes.
Oh, that was poor positioning. Oh, no, I can still get all 3, never mind.
Nicely done.
Like, I just want to point this out. This is a support build. It's called supportive, okay? Also, I'm going to just go and grab that. Chat, are you... I disguised Angel's presence. Are you ready to see Mr. Chomps? Hang on. If I get rid of the frame... Just so that we can truly appreciate Mr. Chomps. This is Mr. Chomps. How far back do I have to... I will just slowly turn the plush robotic dinosaur in place. Okay, there we go. Turns out that Control-Z doesn't work to resize the webcam. Who knew? But yeah, that's Mr. Chomps. So for context, for people who don't know, because not everyone does, this is a superhero tactics game based on a cooperative card game. Happens to be one of my favourite games anyway, one of my favourite tabletop games. And the company, I don't know if you can get them Mr. Chomps anymore, but the company produced some plushes for promotional purposes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I stick, ooh, yeah, I'll stick comment there. Highly recommend playing Sentinels of the Multiverse. There is a physical version and a digital version. The digital version is ridiculously cheap. I'm gonna say supportive. Yeah, sorry, my hair is annoying me. But with the caveat that at the end of the year, a second edition of the game is, well, it's technically the third edition of the game's coming out, so
yeah, you
might want to wait for that. But equally, obviously, I don't encourage copyright breaking. How much does that take? Okay, so Unity's going to stay in here. There is a tabletop sim module for the game as well as the digital version.
On your command.
But that's not something you wouldn't be able to find out by yourself. Obviously, I recommend you buy it legit. I'm going to keep Harmony here. So Legacy and Unity, all of the other heroes in the game are characters from the card game or the subsequent role-playing game. Actually, sorry, I should establish, the card game tells a complete story. Came out over the course of, I want to say 10 years, with like 5 or 6 expansions that told a complete storyline that culminated in this fictional comic world's equivalent of like Galactus or whatever. Or, you know, the Snap, you know, to use the MCU, although it wasn't that kind of thing. And then they There's a role-playing game. I have the rulebook that picks up like 5 years later or something. I think it is. And this game is the bridge between the two, between the card game and the role-playing game. We're looking for a bit while you work, by the way. Excited to watch a bit of a game snooty? No worries. Hope you enjoy it. But there is a ridiculously in-depth hero creator, which is how we ended up with Harmony. I believe these have both been discouraged now. So I'm going to stick Harmony around here. Or not, because the door's blocked, I guess. Just stay there. I was like, what is going on with the camera? And then I realised it was an NPC moving. Hey, dude. Do you like dinosaurs? Also, yes, Unity's method of healing her dinosaurs is called percussive maintenance.
I've got your back.
Staying Dino Robots. Dino Robotics. I did it again. You don't have to click.
Nicely done.
Stick them over there. Okay, so the door's kind of blocked right about now. That's on me.
I've trained for
That's
this.
my fault.
Yes. Absolutely.
Stay in that form. Stance, sorry. Hey, where are those I-beams going? Oh, right, stance. I forgot to turn around. Is it alt, I think the game said? Anyway, Mr. Chomps, do your thing. Oh, I can zoom in, by the way. We can admire Mr. Chomps in all his pink robotic glory. Unfortunately, this dude's backed into a corner, otherwise I would try to get behind him. I'm going to zoom out just a tiny bit, though.
Will do.
So if I click end activation... How do I... It says hold to change facing, but she doesn't spin around, she just kind of twiddles. Maybe... Oh, it's a camera thing. That's unintuitive. Why would you tie their facing to the camera? Anyway, let's go with... Well, they're going to come through this door, right? So face the door.
On your command.
Should be able to heal that. There we go.
Everyone needs friends.
Put there.
I stand tall against the forces of injustice.
I suspect the next stage is go downstairs and turn off some bombs. So this is the kind of what I was getting at. So that's safe. Okay, I'm just going to go back in here and start queuing up by the staircase. Okay, I believe. So you have higher chances to hit if you're within their rear.
I mean, I was going to
flanking.
No, it's fine.
And they have higher chances to hit you with things like Overwatch if you're in their front-facing flank. You know, as you'd kind of expect. Because that guy's behind me, he's got a higher chance to hit. Sucker. We've been compromised. Get those bombs in place. Why are there 24 bombs? Sorry, so I have 24 turns to defuse 20 bombs. Okay, fine. This is what irked me with the Chapter 1. Where it just gets truly absurd with, like, objectives and things to do. Pick on explosives primed in locations all over the ship. We need to do a full sweep to get them all. Okay. There might be bombs out that way, but I know there are bombs out this way. I have to go out that way. There's no doors there. Okay, Legacy is my fastest character, I think. Oh, hey, hang on. Okay, Legacy is my fastest character, so she's going to take care of these two because they're just the furthest back. Hang on. They resist that attack, but not this one. Let's get a buff going.
Certainly.
And then just start punching this dude. Oh, hey. Yes. Back
It
to
never
support
hurts to be creative.
for the AoE attack.
Owie!
Is there a door over here? There is. That's perfect, actually. Raptor bot. This takes 4, right? Yeah. So where can I? How far can I get with 2? There. Oh, he's super weak to the charge. Hell yeah. Nyam.
Ready.
You have to make the biting sounds, otherwise it doesn't count. In case you didn't know.
Yeah.
That costs 1, and that costs 2. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take the guaranteed hit.
Oh, sorry. Did that hurt?
And then Unity is hella slow, so we're going to move
Yes.
1 step closer to the door.
Ah.
I wonder where they're going. Interesting.
Ouch.
Oh, okay, I can only hit one of them. That sucks. Well, that's a guaranteed hit. But Unity's closer. I don't really need health at the minute. Run to the door. I might change the animation style on Harmony, thinking about it. Keep that activation then. Keep that stance, so. Also, enemies despawn if you get to the next section of the map and trigger the next kind of objective. So, I only took care of these. I only went after those just so that they weren't too close. Also because Legacy has the speed to get all the way over here.
Yes.
Can I get 2? I can. Aha. Okay, I'll be honest, I thought this shadow was Fog of War. Turns out, it is not. Secondary Mr. Chomps. Just take some fire, please. I like it when the game gives me Unity because she can just make extra units. And in games like this, having more units is obviously going to be better because it just allows you to do more damage and soak up more damage.
I've trained for this.
So what I'm going to do actually is go down here with Legacy, but not activate the objective until everyone is in place.
Yeah.
Because I've done that a couple of times where I've overextended and accidentally triggered the next objective. Boy, does that suck. So essentially what I'm doing here is, what does that take? 3? Just buying time with Mr. Chomps, essentially. That's my thinking. Anyway, whether or not that works out, obviously entirely dependent on how the game treats me. I'm still not sure that's supposed to heal me as well, but there we go, it does. Got 22 turns left, 21's left. Full health. How many does that take? 3? Just a pack of tiny. They're supposed to be velociraptors,
Ready.
but you know, clearly they aren't.
Will do.
Oh, these are bombs. Okay, I thought that was the way down to the lower deck. Now I can get up here. Gotcha. I understand now. I understand.
Yes.
I thought this was like a wire that I'd throw over the end, and then that would be it. Okay, that makes more sense than what I was thinking. Okay. Mr. Chomp's happily already there. So that's cool.
Will do.
Miss. Upgrade that one, why not? Right, they have grenades. I've got to keep... I have to remember they have grenades. I suppose the... That's not what I wanted. I'm going to have to stop fiddling with the camera when it's not my turn. Okay, I don't... Yeah, the door down there is not usable. Gotcha. Oh, in case you're wondering what game speed does, by the way. It is this.
Will do.
End activation. But we'll go for that, I guess. There's terrain in the way, which is why I wasn't happy that the camera kind of determines facing. Oh, he died. He had a glass jaw, clearly. Oh, cool. So. And back up. Although, if this does change the map level, oh, come on, open it. Actually, you know what? I may as well. I believe I have blocked off my path to the door.
Certain.
No, there we go. Oh, the bots do remain this time. I've got the remains of the ship's log, but they burned a lot of the records. Looks like the hard drives and the logs, as well as the navigation and inventory systems. From what I can piece together, they were after something in a few of the cargo containers up top. Lot 7A, starboard side, top stacks. Which I think is... Oh, that's a bomb. Okay, so... God, there's so many bombs. Where's my route? Is There's a bomb there. There's a bomb there. 1, 2, 3. And then up this ramp, I assume. There's a one-way trip. Yes? That has to be it. So these are just health pickups, as you can probably imagine. So that appears to be it. So Unity's going to have to go left because she's the slowest. I don't want her to go all the way around, and they'll loop back. So she's definitely going left. You know what? There's a lot of them clustered together. I feel like Harmony's Shockwave is going to do terrible things here. I didn't have the 1 point I thought I had left. So Unity and her robots are going this way, and then Legacy's going to go left with Harmony. I should have buffed the Dinobots, never mind. Back slightly. Should have turned her around. Oh, whoops, that was the wrong. Never mind. Luckily, Harmony can heal, so it is what it is if they get to her. That's 4, that's 5. I think I can... Are any of you particularly weak to this? Just remember there's a shortcut that lets me see what things... No, in fact, they're all super resistant to the ranged attack I've got that I can do. Cool. Okay, right, well, we'll just stay there. Right, so that's 4. I don't think anyone's going to be in range. Oh, did he survive? He did survive. Never mind, someone's in range. What was that bomb I just saw? Or was it that one? I think it was that one.
I've trained.
That's worth it to get all 4 of them. Set all 4 of them on fire. Do that again.
Time to take.
And if they move, they will not have a good time. No, Mr. Chomps. Who is a good robot? You are a good robot. You're just in range. Oh, it's just out of range. Curses! Alright, we'll go there and try to draw some fire. 19 rounds. I was going to say I wasn't going to play at this speed, but it's not that bad. I can still largely keep on track of what's happening.
You got that one? I mean, I was going...
If the camera were more cooperative, that'd be great, but there we go. Unfortunately, of course, because it's got a knockback effect, it does push them out of range.
Nicely.
Hang on, no, I should start going around here. That takes 2. That was worth the trade-off. I was trying to clear a path.
Could be... wrong move.
Cool. I don't know what the camera's doing. Right, Unity.
Yeah.
Hit that bomb. I am out of robots though, which is concerning. Should have change stance. Never mind. Right, how do I deal with this?
One day.
Well, he's weak to that. So that's how we deal with that problem. And then we go here. We change our facing. And we hope the intercepting I-beams work.
Gosh, that.
They don't appear to have worked. Harmony is getting beat up, but that is fine because she has a lot of health. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's go and turn that off, Unity. And actually, as long as I can get someone to here, it should be fine.
Red.
Stick with that. If only I had an extra 1 action point.
Nicely. Ready.
This is overkill. We found the crates, but they've already destroyed the contents. They've even planted bombs up here to make sure what could warrant this much destruction. See what I'm talking about? This is a side mission. This is entirely optional. This is not story in any way, shape, or form, and this is already taking 45 minutes. And I'm not being particularly cautious either because I know how to cheese it and despawn enemies. Okay, where are the bombs in this section of the map? 1, 2. Based on the fact the camera won't let me go that way, it's these 3 bombs here I've got to deal with. And then I would hazard a guess that I drop down here. So, fastest route would be, I guess, Legacy defusing this one. And then if I stick Legacy in the corner,
Sure thing.
and get her to face this way, hopefully I-beams will trigger a couple of times. Unity can go deactivate that. Sorry, I need to check on this one. Is there a way of her getting... SP back? No, so her only SP move is Energy Conduit. Okay. I did forget about the B-bots, though. I will admit, I did forget about B-bots. Which you should never forget about B-bots.
Trying something.
Go and turn this off, which then triggers the arrow, which I have the movement speed to get to.
Another vi-
The primary evidence has been destroyed, and I have the secondary intel our bombs are being disarmed, but we've got enough to scuttle the ship. So yeah, if you are thinking about playing this, if you want to cheese it, that's how you do it. See that you do failure has consequences. Getting to the kind of objective arrow clears all the enemies. It despawns them entirely. And you can generally figure out where you're... Oh, okay, this is... Okay, that strategy I don't think will work again until I get down... until I've deactivated all these bombs. So I'm going to have to play this a bit more sensibly. Unity can take care of that bomb. Just drop a heal.
I've got your.
Okay, we're both mostly back up to full now. And then what I'm going to do actually is stick myself there. Drop that. And then just shoot them a couple of times. The discouragement is just in case they don't die from this. They died from it, we're all good. And then that way, I guess. Right, so I can have 7. How much does it cost for a B-bot? 3? Okay, where can I go with 4? Oh, that was... It moved slightly too far. You know what? Never mind, turn that off. B-Bot's next turn.
I've trained.
You have trained for this legacy. It's true. You know what? For the sake of not overextending, let's just do this. All her ranged attacks are on this one, by the way, which is annoying. End activation, but face that way. Apart from the Overwatch ability, which is why she's in aggressive defense a lot.
Red.
Okay, that didn't really work as well as I expected it to. I will be honest. Choose for trolls! Okay, so next bomb, I guess, is technically that one. So I'll leave that one for Unity to deal with. There isn't one tucked way back here that I can see. Oh, they can't get there, so... Oh, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, interactable info. Bomb. Defuse it quickly. It's good. It's a good hint. Unity is the slowest is getting that bomb. That is, without a doubt, the play. Legacy is the fastest, so I guess she's going for that one. But I need to deal with... I need to start cutting these down.
Time for it.
Can I get all three? Yes. Enter.
I've got my eye.
We'll just change back for the I-beams. Okay. That's what she's there for. She has a lot of health. Unity. Right. So what I want you to do, Unity, is I want you to drop a B. And I want you to book it to... This requires points, yeah. To here, actually? Well, you can't do anything else. You may as well just go here. Make it harder for them to flank. Go back to Dino Robotics to get those points up. Yeah, I don't control the B-bots, by the way. They're randomly they move in a random direction. It's annoying, but it is what it is.
You got that one? I mean, I was going...
Is there a... I mean, there is a bomb over here, but I have to loop all the way around. Okay, same plan.
We'll do.
Stick Harmony in a corner. Or with her back to a solid surface.
Time for
Leadership. Health is fine for the moment. Get some buffs going. Also, the bees explode when they get destroyed. You were super weak to this, I just noticed. How much damage will it do? 18. Cool.
Let's go.
Costs 3, takes 4. Or I could do this again a couple more times and get more points.
I've got your... Let's go.
Okay, so I can make two Dinobots next turn, which is what that was all in aid of.
We'll do.
I was concerned that would be the case. Right, so let's go for... Oh, you are weak to that. Grand. Which is good, because there's a lot of health. And then we're going to swap back to supportive, because that defense and attack up buff lasts for a couple of turns.
Time to take...
How much does this guy take? 4. Okay, but I can get here. Do that. You know what? I'm going to forsake the Overwatch ability. I'm just going to stick her here.
Will do.
And have her back to it. Just to prevent flanking.
Great.
Doing fine on health. Actually, what I did notice during chapter 1, I'm just recalling, I don't think I'm misremembering this, is that apart from like boss encounters, health isn't really an issue if you do everything in the game and fully level up your heroes. I don't know if any extra levels have been added in terms of level progression for chapter 2. I forgot to check that. So all levels give you extra ability options, I should say. You unlock new options for use. Okay, so that one there, and that one all the way around there. But it needs to be both sides anyway. So Harmony might chill out in the middle, actually. Do I have enough action points to get around here? Oh, I'm doing that. Because I can stick her in this corner. I can't see where she is. There we go. Which does free Legacy up to kick arse. Before moving on to these two next. I only have 14 turns left, so time... I think time's going to be fine. Stay in that stance for the ranged attacks. They missed with that grenade, missed with that grenade, missed with that grenade.
Needs.
Alright, I need to do this. Which unfortunately, that's a rocket launcher. Does mean I can no longer get the Dinobot, but actually no, Unity is so slow. How far can she get? There's no one around here, right? No.
Yeah.
There we go.
Gosh, that.
Again, health isn't really that big a deal, as Harmony can do some real good healing if needed. Also, there's health packs at the end of down here.
Red.
Okay, so I guess Unity can go for that one, maybe.
Absolutely.
Let's do this. Keep her in the range. I guess that one was out of range. Okay, so if I do this...
Well.
They all die. Cool. And if I stand here, I think I can do a similar thing.
You got that one? I mean, I was going...
The power of the support class, don't you know? Or the support hero. Okay. They're all aggroing where I hoped they would, so that is fantastic.
Yeah.
13 bombs defused, 13 rounds remaining.
Needs.
Right, so... I can only pull the camera over here. So these 3 bombs are all that remain on this checkpoint. Which means there's 4 bombs over there. Can I rush a bomb right now? Nope, but I can get her into position to do it next turn.
Look.
Oh dear. Just a few more. Oh, that triggered it. Hell yeah. Okay, so those 3 and then 4 there. Yeah, exactly as I thought. This is less than ideal. So what I'm going to do is run her around here. Get her as close to Harmony as I can. Put her back to a wall and hope she doesn't take too much fire. Obviously, there are a lot of mercenaries and whatnot active right now. I'm relying on the fact that they're just minion mob. They're like really weak mobs to keep me alive. I think I can do this.
Absolutely.
I'll go there. Short range does light damage. Medium range does high damage. Short range from moderate damage. Okay, so I can do 54 damage and an 80%, or I can do 54 damage and an 80%. God damn that 80% chance. We'll keep that facing for now.
Yes.
And then we'll do this. Nope, we'll do this.
Everyone needs.
Get some health back. And sure, I'll just go these. They should have been dead. Well, one of them should have been dead by now, but there we go. And I have just enough action points to stab them back to a wall.
Great.
Turn those. I could deactivate both those bombs next turn,
Red.
so that's fine.
Sure.
Just do that to get Legacy back into range. Yeah, that's fine. Hang on, that takes 4, so I can only do it once, and then I can only do it once anyway. So I may as well move my 3 that I can move.
We'll.
Drop the bot there.
Time
Back
for
to
it.
that actually, because the robot can defuse things, don't you know? Actually, I find it kind of funny that the robot can defuse the bombs, but the bots can interact with objectives.
Certain.
Okay, here. Yep. I'll just get those.
I've got you.
And activation. Back to a wall.
Absolute.
I think I've got this in the bag, as Legacy is all the way over here and no one can stop her. Hey, Mr. Chomps, you want to go that way? Okay. Fine, we'll do this.
Well.
I don't know if you notice, I guess I should point out. I just dropped the B-bots. So on the screen right now, I've hovered over the Magneto Balls ability. You can see above the two NPCs that they've got like a double shield and a single shield above their head that determine. There's also a bullet hole and 2 bullet hole marks, and then like the negative symbol. It shows how resistant they are to the attack. So the one to the left is double resistant to the damage type Zact, the Magneto Balls deals, whereas the one in the middle is only singularly resistant to it. If you hover over them, it also tells you where it says target defense. It also gives you their health, the attack types that they deal, because my heroes are also resistant to certain damage types and things like that. Any current status effects the target is benefiting from. I'm just going to summon more bees, because why would I not summon bees if I could? Basically, Unity's just going to stand here and do stuff with bots. Playing at double speed is actually kind of nice. Doesn't really matter. Game's over. Map's over next round. My bees! If I weren't defusing all the bombs next round, I may be more concerned. But I'm pretty sure the level will end when I do this. Nope, it won't. Where the heck is extraction? Is that all the way? Oh. Never mind.
Look out!
Oh, that was a checkpoint. Okay. I have the intel, but we've been pushed to the bow and all of our bombs have been disarmed. We need evac or the mission's compromised. Evacuation ETA 3 minutes. Extraction pattern Delta. Reclusive 7, Peregrine 5, Juniper, Kilogram. Those are just words. Neural override command acknowledged. Beep, 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 beep. Boom. What was that? I was jamming their remote detonators. They must have switched to a different communications channel. I picked up a strange transmission right before it exploded, but I don't have any records of it in my logs. Did anyone else hear a bunch of random words? I'll sweep the ship for evidence. Whatever happened, someone really didn't want anyone to find out about it. 7YGR3 is the thing. Piracy on the high seas. Sentinels save sailors from hijackers. I did it. Why would I load? So there we go. That was a side mission, and that took an hour and 10 minutes. Well, about an hour, let's say. There you go. Because of the speed up. Real time would have been an hour and 20, so. So I have a decision to make, chat. Whether I switch to easy mode or not, just to cut down on time. That was on normal. So on standard, as you can see, I get no extra health, enemies don't get extra health, no change to action points, all of that good stuff, normal enemy spawns. On easy, I have more health and enemies have less health. I have extra action points, enemies have one fewer, so they can do fewer things. I don't have any hit penalty influences, whereas enemies have a high hit penalty influence, that kind of thing. I could do custom as well, because I'm not really playing for the achievements. I'm just playing because it's a fun game, but it's more a time thing than anything. As I say, I don't want to have to replay a 2-hour mission because I fail at the final hurdle. But if I'm playing on easy, and I fail at the final hurdle, maybe it's only like an hour or an hour and a half. So, you know what? I'm gonna have my my snack break, my wellness break. I'm gonna have a stretch and have a think. If you have any thoughts, chat, feel free to let me know. YouTube, equally, if you're watching, feel free to let me know in the comments. I can always change the difficulty mid-game, as I'm not going for the achievements, so I don't care about voiding difficulty-based achievements. I'm gonna have my wellness break, so I'll see you all in a few moments. Please enjoy this chill menu music, I guess. There we go. I am back. I'll just turn off the things. And that. I also realised I don't need to have the preview on. So my thought, if I don't know if it's a good one or not, but my thought is that I'll leave it on standard for now. And if missions start taking a truly ridiculous amount of time to complete, even at double speed, I will lower it to easy. Do you think it's good compromise, or do you just want me to lower it to easy now? Alright, let's change it. I think I can change the running animation of my hero. Oh, also I have a companion build where I have a bot, but it's not. Well, I don't use it. Oh right, yeah, it's the style. That determines running, I think. Power fists. But it is chapter 2, so maybe I should. Oh, proletariat sickle. Yeah, that's not how you spell sickle either. And also clipping. Oh yeah, I used that. Sure, Harmony can run around with a machete, why not? Why not? Anyway, back to the mission selection. So I have one thing to choose from. I love the mission screen because you a lot of the time it is simply just simulations and then the next plot mission, because there weren't that many side missions in chapter 1. Anyway, yes, I will go as not in chat has an instant opinion. I will go with my compromise of I'll do standard until missions start taking too long to complete, and then I'll just change over. Journey to the center of Magmaria. Uncover the truth of the Magmarian displacement. Tunnel through Magmaria and clear out any invaders. Go. Okay. So what this screen tells me is that there is a high likelihood that this will be a multi-step mission, where if I lose a hero, I can't use them for the rest of the mission. That's why I've got reserve heroes. I'm going to keep Unity. She's slow, but she can summon the robots, so that means I don't have to take my companion build. Honestly, I might replace Legacy with Expatriate just for the ranged attacks. But Absolute Zero was really good for area control. Hang on. Where is it? Is it Databanks? Oh yeah, there's also a butt ton of lore in the game that they've added. I'm not going to read it all because I know most of it from playing the card game and reading all of the material that came with the card game. But there we go. That's not what I was looking for, actually. I think it's yeah, it's training. Cool. How do I change hero? What? There we go. Right, so Icicle Launcher. Medium range attack deals moderate damage. Ice Javelins. Ignores obstacles, deals moderate damage to areas in large blast. Yeah, he's kind of slow though, if I recall correctly. 14 feet of movement. What's unit is in comparison? 12 and a half. Ugh. Legacy. Oh, actually, he's almost as fast as Legacy. He's as fast as Harmony. Okay, so that works quite well. So I'm thinking Bunker's super slow is the thing, but he has very good guns. Operations mode has the grenade launcher. Yes, yes. Yeah. That's my plan. Unity, Harmony, Absolute Zero, and Bunker. So I need to get rid of Legacy for Absolute Zero. Tachyon's a speedster, by the way, in case you're curious. I should have explained all the heroes. I apologize. Absolute Zero controls cold, and controls like ice, and does some AoE stuff. And I think you can set up walls, if I recall correctly. Bunker's a soldier in an exoskeleton, slash small walking tank. He just has guns. Lots and lots of guns. That's Tachyon. She is a speedster. Her wife is a model, I think, still, in this timeline. Anyway, Perestroika have been defeated, but we still have some cleaning up to do. Perestroika's base self-destructs at the end of Chapter 1, by the way. That's why we think they're dead. During my investigation into the ruins of their base, I found a few bits and pieces of unusually advanced tech, including a supply of empty battery boxes awaiting Magmarians as power sources. Yes, because I freed Magmarians. The Magmarians that we saved were substantially drained and need to get back to their home as soon as possible. I've created a communicator that works with their physiology, and they volunteered to help us dig into Magmaria. Looks like we know our mission, Sentinels. Everybody get your temperature regulators. Explain to me why we're blocking off the way back. It's close to Magmaria, think of it like an airlock. It helps with pressure and temperature. Really? Magmaria breaks a lot of rules when it comes to conventional understanding of geophysics, if you really want to dive into it. More context for people who have no idea what's going on. Magmaria is an underground civilization of Magmarians, who are magma people. They eat magma crystals for food and energy. Tachyon is a speedster. She is also a scientist who gained super speed powers when her body was bombarded by tachyon particles. That's all you need to know. Unity is her former intern, and also intern to the superhero team that precedes the one that we're playing as now. She believes her powers are like ferrokinesis, but it's actually magic. But that's like a lore deep dive. But she makes golems from metal scraps that help her out. So she's also an extremely smart character. An airlock, you say, seems entirely logical. Foom! Hup, 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 hup. Kill the intruders and put the ferals in harness. Well, that wasn't very nice. Time to get to work. The Wraith is the Batman character, except her parents are both alive. Actually, the Wraith and Bunker are dating. Fun fact. Lieutenant Tyler Vance is the soldier inside the suit, although I think he is discharged after the end of the card game, so now he's just Tyler Vance, I guess. Unless you keep Lieutenant after discharge. We'll have to split into Teams Harmony. I'd like you on Team A. You've proven how good you are under pressure, and I have a feeling we'll be coming under attack constantly while we dig. Clear out this group, keep your eyes open for any enslaved Magmarians. Team B, you'll be on point. Take a couple of the Magmarians and track that transport. This is the first solid lead we found on the harvesting operation. Okay.
On your command.
Kill all enemies, protect the Magmarian, and use the Magmarian. I hope the lore dumps aren't too overwhelming. Okay. So these are my doors. And right now there are only 3? Oh, no, these are enemies, right. I'm looking at the health box, and like that's a health thing, but it's a separate enemy. Okay, so Bunker's basically just going to pick a side and then turret up, because he does that real good. That grammatical construction was chosen on purpose to annoy the most amount of people possible. Right, I can't bluff anyone in this mode, but I can sure as hell start shooting things, so I'm going to do that. Sorry. Sure as heck, start shooting things.
Gladly.
And then we'll have you kind of turn in that direction. Go to leadership, get some
fight truth.
buffs going. Oh, I control the Magmarian. Oh, if I can control the Magmarian, that makes this way easy. Oh, actually, I should probably put him back there because Bunker can't move just yet. I didn't actually see if the Magmarin could do anything. I should have checked. Please stop shooting me with your laser faces. They're charging their lasers, chat. Hey, look, if you're going to cluster in front of the character with an AoE attack, go for it. Be my guest. Okay, I can move forward and still do something. You cannot fight truth. Have you heard of propaganda? You know what, let's drop those.
Time to get creative.
Need to get my my Dinobots going. How much health does that one have? 113. Okay, they're lieutenants.
Standing by.
Okay, this is what Bunker does. He moves really slowly, but he does good stuff. That's not what I wanted. Grenade launcher takes 4. Burst cannon takes 3. So we're going to shoot this. We're going to miss, obviously, but we're going to shoot it nonetheless. And then we're going to turn around, and then we're going to turn into a turret.
Spray and pray never hurt anyone.
And this is how you use Bunker.
Ready.
This is how I got through the last section of the of chapter 1. I just created fields of fire with Bunker, and it was glorious. What was the It was this that I was doing a lot of in chapter 1 as well. Right, we'll move on to that, but for now I'm just going to deal damage to things. Hang on. Does neutral damage.
Chill. Chill.
Also, he has cold puns for days. Yes. Takes 2 hit points, but that's fine. Uh, 100% chance to hit for 12 damage. Or 90% chance to hit for 12 damage. It's going to be the same. Hey, it did 12 damage.
Time for a change.
Another vile foe.
Okay, new stuff's happened. Prevent drone reinforcements. Have the sapper close the north entrance. Okay. Well, luckily I was going that way anyway. Oh, he can punch. Grand. Oh dear, I just noticed there's a southern entrance doing tanks. I picked the wrong entrance. God damn it. Okay, right. Gatling gun. Omni cannon is charged. I'm going to save it until the tank's in range. They're all resistant to this, which is incredibly annoying.
I've got your back.
Fortunately, I can do that again.
I've got your back.
Wow, if you're going to keep giving me those action points, I'm going to keep using them. That should kill it, though.
I've got your back.
How much health do you have? 11. Dang nabbit. Yeah, I'm going to Overwatch this way again. Can't do anything else, so we're just going to turn around and we're going to Overwatch. So Overwatch just triggers and hits everything in turret mode. That's why it's real good.
Everything's fine. Wrong move, pal.
I really need to protect this.
Could be worse.
Okay, I'm in the wrong spot for this. What even is this? Cocoon Soldier Stun. Grand. What a name. Probably gonna do this just for the slow, actually. Thinking about it. And then with my 3 remaining action points, I can't move. I'm trapped. Oh god, I'm trapped. Okay, I guess I'm going to go with defensive formation. That takes 2, right? Yeah. Don't think I can buff myself with defensive formation twice, so I'll just do offensive formation and wait for pain.
Not getting any colder here. If you say so.
Hailstone, please. So basically everything in this line takes damage when it moves through it. Create an ice clone to soak aggro, and then go this way.
Ready.
Right, so the tank's an issue, but I can deal with that. Please, let me upgrade the robot. Thank you. There are more threats from this way, so I'm just going to turn around. We're going to go back to this to create some bees.
I'm just making it up as I go along.
So they're weak against that. That's resistant to all of them. Okay, 12. 6, yeah, we'll just bite. Oh! Killed it. Cool. Check out you, Raptor Bot. Being hella useful as usual. Okay, didn't trigger the Overwatch, which is annoying. That's a problem. They just have a lot of health. Please? Okay.
On your command.
Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna do
Trying
this.
something new.
Get out of my face, I need to move.
Will do.
Oh, I've just noticed my health. Heal Blast.
Laying down suppressive fire.
I'm just gonna go back here, right? And just gonna chill out of the line of fire. Sort of. I can get 3 of them. Oh, you are very, very dead.
Could be worse.
That is still incredibly satisfying. And we'll keep that there.
Ouch!
Something I have noticed, I don't think I'm misremembering, is that oh, so yeah, the Hailstorm does 8 damage 4 times. It does a damage roll 4 times for anything that passes through it. I think in Chapter 1, when I played it, if the Overwatch triggered outside of his front arc, he would turn to face it and then stay in that orientation. Whereas now he resumes the facing that you assign.
Could be worse.
Could you stop shooting my heroes, please?
I'm just making it up as I go
Robotics.
along.
Now we go. Oh, well, that's one B dead. Okay, all the drones are dead. See, I don't have a time limit right now, which is nice. Okay, bull rush it is. Ow! That was rude. Next one is 3.
Sure.
Can I drop it on the tank? No. I was hoping the radius was slightly larger. Okay. In that case, that is neutral damage. What's that? 90% to do 16 to 30. Okay, I'm going to do this the once. Who's up next? The tank, and then... likely to be a hero, but not guaranteed. The bar at the top is the initiative order, by the way. It changes every round. Yeah. Stick with that.
Standing by.
Okay. So I have enough SP to use that again. If needs be. Yeah, I'm going to do 50 damage. Guaranteed hit. Why
Well
not?
done.
Also because the one in front of him. Didn't notice that would happen, but I'm glad it did. 100% chance to hit. 90% chance to hit. Take the 100. My general strategy in games like this is clear the field of everything small first. Sure, you'll get the big hits, but you're lessening the number of things hitting you. Right, I can put it there. Maybe? Ah, curses. Not quite close enough. Okay, shoot you. I'm actually going to face the tank, I think. Yeah, I'm going to face the tank. Hey, guess what you're going to do? Nom 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 nom. Also, for context, for reference, I have no idea how many missions are in this chapter. I don't know how long it's supposed to take to finish. So we might be here a while. As I said, chapter 1 took 5 streams. I'm just going to try to keep this guy covered as much as I can. Let's do that.
Ready.
I can go
Yes.
here. And I think get... Oh, Unity's just out of range. Oh, wait, nope. Hell yeah, awful. I'm going to discourage that as well. Oh, that's dead now anyway. Never mind. Whoops. I guess we'll go leadership because of the tank. If I can increase damage output, that would be real good.
Yeah.
Side player reminds me of Shadowrun gameplay on stream. Hey, I like the Shadowrun games. They are lots of fun. quite difficult as well. Although I had a terrible build, I think, was my problem. But yes, it is very similar. Would that be Shadowrun Dragonfall, set in Hong Kong? It's like the third one, I think? No, Shadowrun Hong Kong's the third. Found it too hard. Yeah, they are very difficult games. I also didn't like the decking sequences. So I liked the tabletop RPG of Shadowrun. I did not like the video game.
Not getting any colder here.
I'm just going to loop around. No. Yes, it's in range. Haha! Sucker. Right, let's drop that. I'm gonna go and heal Unity. I can't heal Unity, I'm in the wrong thing. Defensive formation. Yeah, but this is very much a tactics style gameplay in the vein of XCOM. But this is way easier than Shadowrun. So what I'm struggling to get used to again is the movement system, because it doesn't snap to a grid. So you have to be really careful sometimes. And sometimes when you like get to the very edge of the... Oh, it's not doing anymore. I think occasionally you can move the camera by accident somehow, which extends the action point cost. We're gonna go to support.
You cannot fight truth.
I should probably change stance and move.
Recalibrating.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. So as long as I've got, as long as I only spend 5. There we go. It's nice to play Shadowrun during the pandemic. The closest thing I had to it was that game, really. That's fair. This is definitely easier if you like tactics games. I mean, I do. I'm not very good at them, but I do like them. I really like XCOM, but I'm so bad at it. This doesn't have a cover system, so it's one less thing to be concerned about. That's the main thing to bear in mind. It does have flanking though, so just if you want to play it, be aware of that. Yeah, we'll stay with Dinobots. Oh, handily. How many does that take? 4? Nom 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 nom. Also, you get health back. Right, now I can just walk up to you. Drop that there. And then walk over here so I'm behind you. Also, shoot that, why don't you? I may as well just do this. The damage system in this takes a bit of getting used to with the resistances, but other than that, I think it's mostly fine. And plus, you can make your own hero, which is really good. And I spent a lot of time going through the character creation. Unity's too far to heal, so I'll just heal those two. I didn't think I'd move the tank, but I wanted to be sure. Oh, hey, discouragement. Or discourage. Here we go. Might as well do that again. And again. That did what I hoped it would do and shot the clone. I realized that the Magmorian's kind of just chilling in the open, so that could have gone really badly. Ooh, that could have gone so badly. Pew pew pew. That counts as an ally, apparently. Interesting to know. So all heavy plate does is gives bunker resistance to a certain damage type. That's it. We'll stay in operations mode because he's going to have to be walking shortly. How much health is it at? 55, and it's super resistant to. Oh no, we're fine.
Yeah.
Boost the butt. Shoot it in the butt. Yeah, I shot it in the tank, but whatever. Gonna make a deal out of it. I don't think I can upgrade more than once, but I may as well try. Please. Okay, I don't think I can block this off. There we go. Because the tank's in the way. However, now the tank is in the way. Okay, good. Bunker has a higher... So, you'll notice on the right-hand side, under character info, it says health. You've got hit points, slow, and then aggro. Hit points are the health. Slow just determines how fast they move. Aggro determines how likely an enemy is to target them. The Magmarian currently has 0 aggro because it's not doing anything. So it's as long as something can see any other character, that other character is more likely to be targeted, which is really nice. However, this is 48 health. I'm going to do something extremely ill-advised and turn around. Did I just... Okay, I can't actually... I guess it's in the rock until it moves. Let's go try that again. And we're going to stay facing that way. Why can I not? Oh, right, I have no SP. How do I get SP on this build? I know you get 1 per turn. I don't think I've got any abilities that actually give me an SP. A special point, that is. I think that was a problem I meant to fix and never did. Okay. Never mind. It's all good. Health isn't that bad right now. I'm just going to go around here and do this. Okay, tank's down. Good. Then I guess I'm going to go here. Still not within range, so we'll just enter. Health is mostly okay. So I meant to change my facing. Dang nabbit. How much does this take? 2? Okay.
Yes. I've got your back.
Should have done that first. Never mind. Face that way, please. Stick with Dinobots. Right, I need absolute 0 in position. There should be fine. I don't think that targets allies. And hopefully it'll go for the ice clone, which is drawing aggro, and leave the poor Magmarian alone. You just hang out there, Mr. Chomps. Literally just hang out there. This is the door I'm going through, by the way. But I do have to kill all the enemies first, so you can stay in that corner where you are, in theory, safe from any tank-related violence.
On your command.
Offensive formation. Defensive formation. And then I can't do anything else because I'm extremely short-ranged in this mode. If I hadn't been able to take Unity, by the way, I would probably have brought my companion build along and replaced this ability tree, so I could have had my robot. I can't do anything from here. I'm going to stand in this corner and change stance to end my turn.
You cannot fight truth.
End turn.
Ready.
I'm going to save those two. Hang on. Okay, now I can target it for whatever reason. The Omni Cannon is resisted. Yeah, I think this is actually the best option.
I've got your back.
Ooh, 3 spicy criticals. Or
Let's
not.
go,
I think
friend.
it's just weak to the damage type. Never mind, ignore me. And then
Let's go to
just in
work.
case... it just says enter opening, so...
Will do.
I entered opening.
Finally.
What am I looking at then? The crystal behemoths, they're not that large. 3 of them, I guess. Kill all 3, open the door, clear out that room. I imagine it'd have been the same the other side as well. Looks about the same the other side. Okay. What are we dealing with? 150 health. Okay. Everyone's kind of bunched up on absolute 0, which is grand. Well, first things first, let's block this side off. Grab an ice clone, and then he's moderately swift, so I'll just leave him there, I guess. Have 2 other targets for the behemoths to go after. Stained glacial structure. I appreciate, obviously this is not the most important, exciting thing to watch, so people do want to bug out, I do not blame you. This is one of those games where it's not going to do well on the channel, but I want to play it anyway, so hopefully people will appreciate that. Or understand that, sorry. I kind of want to track that one to go through here, if I'm being honest. So that takes 4. I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything. I can. No. Oh, just so we can look at them. That apparently is a behemoth. It's a bit small for a behemoth. There we go.
Need something?
Unless crystals themselves are usually quite small, which is possible. I'll admit. Advancing creep. Oh, it's got one of those interrupt abilities. Okay, we'll have another robot. Yeah, I think the charge is the best move here. For neutral. Yeah, this is double resist. Still does 12 damage, which obviously not entirely to be sniffed at, but still. Right. Can I can't get all of this. And the ice clone, I guess. Okay, so we're all looking a bit healthier now. That's all good there. Just gonna
Will
move up
do.
here. Hey, if you could not walk through the scenery,
Gladly.
that would be fantastic. Although, now I can do this. So, there's that, at least. We'll just do like a front arc. Stay in the ranged for now. I'm just going to walk Bunker over here and try and get him in position for the next turn. Or not, I guess. Fine. Be like that. Where's his best field of fire? Probably there. It's not that speedy game.
Trying something new.
Also, I guess I forgot to speed the game up. My bad.
Red.
Okay, so we've got... They resist it once. They're weak to the Omni Cannon, sort of. Double resist that as well. Okay. So my concern is he has no way of getting special points back. Beyond just the fact that you get one every turn. So, ooh, they are kind of in the line though. Yeah, I'll risk it. That was not worth it in the end, but you can't roll a 6 on the die you don't roll. Or 20 if you prefer D20 metaphors. Okay, what's on least health? That's on 39. Yep, we're going for this one.
Needs. I've got your.
Okay. Rad. That was great. 88. Or can't see that one. Well, take the shot. And upgrade that one. And then face that one.
Not getting any cold. Sure.
Stand here. Gonna shoot that a bit. I think it'll have to go around that,
On your.
but I'm not entirely sure about that. Everyone's health is fine, actually. Okay, fine. I'll just go this way and do it. Knock you back into the hailstorm. Apparently it's not moving backwards. That's fine. How much health does it have now? 15? I'll make room for the raptor bot and turn and face the room. Wow, that was a crit. Hell yeah. Oh. Unity's on fire, apparently. Okay, you double resist that, so I'm just going to go with this. And then
Time for it.
I'm going to just walk over to stand by the door. Going to walk over to stand by the door. We'll face this way though.
On your.
Stay in operations mode. I will discourage you, sir. Okay, I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to go stand by the door again. I don't know where the McLaren is. It's not my initiative tracker. I'm hoping that it's fine. And that I can actually finish this level? Okay, I guess guess I'm not doing that. Let's stay where we are then. I've got one. I'm committed. Upgrade the robot.
Right.
Oh, there's the Magmaran. He was just chilling out there. Cool. I get it, chilling because it's absolute zero. Anyway. I have no time limit, so I'm actually going to take this time to heal everyone. Okay, so get this. So, sacrifice ability cost. It takes 3 action points. It costs 30 hit points, right? It heals for 20. Anyone that is in the area, which includes me. And then I have a chance, I have a 70% chance of getting an extra 10 hit points healed on myself. So there's like a 3 and 4 almost 3. There's a 7 and 10 odds that I'm actually not going to lose any health for doing this.
Everyone needs.
Makes it a reason. I mean, I didn't get the health back unfortunately, but it makes it a really decent heal. Actually, I don't think I got the benefit of that. Maybe they've fixed that. Anyway, I need to do a proper order here. Me there. Harmony there, absolutely there.
Time for it.
Unity there. Yeah, because I don't want to actually open the door. I need Bunker closer. Is what I'm trying to get at, because he moves so slowly that I need him as close to the door as possible before I open it. And then also, depending on what happens when I open the door, he's now in Overwatch. I know I should stack them up on the sides, but it's fine. I've got healing again.
You cannot.
What I will do, however, is these 2 buffs. And then in my turn, I go back to
I
score.
stand tall against the.
That's fine.
Cold front.
I didn't actually want to change stance there. Whoops.
Look.
Checkpoint saved. Okay, so the Magmaran just hides in the lava. Okay, so there's one there. And there's one there with more health. Interesting. There's twice the amount of health of the other one, and then there's more stuff back here. Okay. Best thing to do. I guess I need to move Bunker up.
Time for it. Affirmative.
Stick him here. I have 3, and that one is in range. Hell yeah.
Time for it.
Well, if you're going to get closer, I'm 100% going to take advantage of that. For another robot. Buff said robot. Okay. It's not going to do much, but hey, it's there.
Time for it.
I'm going to create some bees as well, I think. I did 34. Yeah, that is definitely the way to do it.
On your.
Okay, Bunker just needs to turn around, because those were the only 2 things in there. I do this sensibly. Discourage before I knock them out of range, and then knock them out of range. Oh right, they're so heavy they don't move. Of course. Again, supportive build. Supportive. AoE attack that knocks back, does a decent amount of damage, and also slows. It's incredible, I love it. Ooh, you're weak to that, huh? Well, Because you're the only one there. Miss. Wonderful. How much health do you have left? 85. I have 7 points. Wow, that was incredible. What? That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Oh, it moved that time. Interesting. Oh, I can't see it. Why can't I see it? Is it in the rock?
We'll do.
Well, it can see me. That's annoying. Hopefully that's not stuck in the rock where I can't get to it. That's better. That was weird. Oh, cool. It teleports to bunker even if he's in turret mode. That is good to know. Same thing though. You stack everyone up. Do not move. Dinobots. Go there. Enter.
Yeah.
Bunker's going in this corner. Dinobots.
On your
We're fine on health.
Red. Let's go to.
I realised I could just put him in the door itself and it's fine. That should be a good firing angle.
Time for a.
Open the door, please. Keep the magma marines safe. Kill everything. Something is coming in 3 rounds. Okay. So when it says cave entrance, what does it mean? I'm assuming it means this? Actually, if I can get bunker here, like into this choke point, that'd be good. That's gonna take a couple of rounds to set up though. Okay, in the meantime, how many? 3. Okay, so I can move 5 and still drop a couple of bees. That takes 6 SP, but does drop a turret.
time for it.
To dino robots because I need the SP to. I'm gonna drop a turret next to bunker. I think that's my play. Meanwhile, Dinobots can. So I'm gonna try and clear out this area. Both these are the 2 things I need to interact with anyway. I can actually ignore this for now, as far as I'm aware. So I just need to get my robot. I need to get everyone into position. I was facing the wrong way. Obviously, I have to react to what happens as well. That takes 3, right? Yeah. My bee! What's my play? What's my play? What's my play? How much does Hailstorm require? 3. Okay, so I've got 4 action points. What can I get to with 4 action points?
Sure.
I thought there was a way to control the deployment of like the angle of the Hailstorm, but I could be wrong.
not.
Okay, so they're dead. I guess that's fine. I can get pretty much anywhere I need to. Requires 2.
Will do.
Okay, that is neutral. It's neutral against both of them. 105, 105, 40% hit both, or I could just discourage. I'm going to lower their accuracy and damage output. Let someone else deal with that. There.
Trying something.
So this is how I use bunker a lot.
Yes.
Spend the 2 points to get him to move. Get him vaguely into the right position.
Let's go to.
And then just do that. And then you spend the 2 points to get him to move again. And then he should be in position next turn to lock this area down. Magmarian doesn't quite. Oh, bunker's just in the way. Hello? Was that it? I think I put bunker in just the wrong position. Okay, how far can I get? I'm gonna have to go there and hope that it doesn't die. I can load the checkpoint if it does. Obviously, I'm also trying to remove things from the map as well. What I do wish they would do on the mission screen is show you how many missions there are. Okay. So that's the north entrance. There's drones, right? Yes. I hate the fact that I have no context for closed entrance. Because this looks like an entrance, but I fully expect this blocked off stone to be the entrance. Anyway, I need to do this a couple of times. Most effective, teeny tiny ones. Okay, that's going to hit and probably kill.
Ow!
That's fine. It's going to hit and definitely kill. Likely to hit and definitely kill. Let's just heal that Mr. Chomps and upgrade him.
I'm just making it up.
Want that stance. $105, $105, $95. Okay, that's 12. Let's just stay here and do this. I could also press 1, I think, instead of clicking the ability, but where's the fun in that? Okay, bunker, move, please. I want you to actually be here. Okay, you have 39 hit points, you have 105. Go for this one.
Let's go.
That didn't work. Heavy plating. And we'll have that facing. Turret mode, please. If I stand here, should be able to get Hailstorm Might get both of them. Oh, it threaded the needle perfectly. That's annoying. Okay, 85, 95, full health. But I can do those, that. Just kind of block off that small area. The drones are concerning, I won't lie. Right, I believe they have that area on lockdown. Health isn't so bad right now. Wow, cool, rad. Back into cover and heal.
Everyone needs.
Everyone but absolute zero, I guess, because get wrecked absolute zero. We'll go to leadership. I'll get the buffs going. Okay, that was the main entrance. Whew. I think this is the way out, but I'm going to deal with that threat. Let's just stick him in this corner for now. And face him that way. I mean, if they're just going to stay in those hailstorm areas and in Gatling gun range of Bunker's Overwatch, which every time it triggers they get hit, I'm perfectly happy with that. Why can't I do anything? What? Oh, right, I'm in this mode. Right. Defensive. Offensive. And then if I stand here. Whirlwind strike. Hell yeah. Get back and cover, please. I'm gonna face this way actually. Stay in leadership. Can I? I cannot. So go back here and turn that.
Not.
It's the thing of beauty when Overwatch triggers and hits everything. Also, double speed, it looks great. It looks like I know what I'm doing. Also, you can just stack hailstorms. I think I did that in chapter 1. It's fine. And then that explodes for massive damage. I'm just going to pull him back here, I think. And then wait for that drill to arrive. Neutral, resists, neutral. Right, I should probably do something about these. Fix 3, how far can I get? Can I get? Oh, I can. No.
Needs.
Okay, so my plan was to drop a turret bot, actually, but I don't know if it's necessary any longer. I'll still do it. It gives me another line of defense in this choke point. But I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Pull back behind the turret bot. Face that way. Okay. Oh, right, flamethrower. Burst cannon. Pew pew
You
pew.
got that one? I mean.
Oh, I thought that was dead. Whoops, that's my bad. Let's rectify that. Pew pew pew.
Standing by.
I think everything's dead now. Probably that. And that, apparently. This is all part 1 of the mission, by the way. Right. With that turret bot there, actually, I'm going to move him.
Let's go.
I'm going to move him over here. Gonna face him. Still going to face him this way, just in case that drill arrives, decides it wants to do something. Oh dear. Thought I had enough AP to interact. Clearly. Did that just teleport? Clearly I did not.
Right.
Hey, how'd you feel about exploding ice? I feel pretty good about it, actually. Turns out. Oh, I misclicked. Dang nabbit. I think the circle is because he's maxed maxed out in terms of special points. So that does light damage. I think this is the better option, actually. Or not. Never mind. What do I know?
On your Will do. You got that one?
Hell yeah!
I mean, I was going.
I do have to destroy this. I've just realised my one of my objectives is kill everything. How best to facilitate that? Bees. When in doubt, bees. It's my my motto.
We'll
Let's get back to
time
this.
for it.
And the special points.
Well done.
So yeah, the bees I can't control, but the
Well done.
the turret I can. You're still alive? 37. See if I can fix that. I fixed it. Never mind. That was a mistake. That was an oversight on my part, and I rectified it. Please shut that off. Thank you. And then I'm gonna kill everything before I dig with the Magmarian. I think that's my play.
We'll do.
So offensive formation, everyone. Defensive formation, everyone. Kapow. No, I'm gonna stay there.
Red.
How long is... how much health does this have? 150. There's loads of shields though, so we're going for this one first.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. Yes.
Not getting any
Colder. So that'll do neutral. Really put, actually, ice climb, please.
Look.
Kind of tempted to keep bunker there, actually, just in case when I dig this something happens. Or, you know, anything rolls up on me.
Red. We'll do.
I think the buffs are still active and I can't duplicate them, but, you know, why not? Why not try? Thanks for
Glad
pushing me backwards, I guess.
you
Back to
cannot.
that. I'm just going to stand him in front of that and do nothing with him. Hopefully this is the end of the mission, because I need to wrap the stream up soon.
Not getting any co-
Am I? I am not, because it stopped my movement.
Sure.
Oh, I accidentally misclicked. Dang nabbit. Okay.
Sure.
Sure. I have the health to tank pretty much anything at this point, but I was trying to be sensible about it. Can I get over here? I can.
We'll
Okay, that is really annoying.
let's go.
That felt good. If I was smart, I'd pull them back up into bunker, but they're not moving, so I can't really do that.
Not getting any co-
Alright, where am I? Where is he? Okay. Now I can get both of them with Hailstorm. Can't see that area, so I'll just drop the clone there. If I stand here...
Glad.
Almost forgot the debuff. That would have been bad. Right, I don't actually want to push them any further, so I'm going to peace out. And end my turn. And turn around.
You cannot.
Change stance. That is a thing of beauty. That would only be more beautiful if Bunker were there with Overwatch.
Great.
Chip. Ow. Chip.
Okay, Absolute Zero's health is getting to halfway, so I'm going to drop a heal.
Everything's
Red.
I might have to bring out Bunker up. Yeah, I'm going to bring Bunker up.
Let's go.
I can get him to... there.
Yes. Tried something.
we'll
Hey, you like Velociraptors, right? Enjoy Velociraptor. I did not change the facing. I am the worst. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. That was the wrong attack. Num num num. You have to say the num num num, otherwise it doesn't actually work properly. I don't make the rules.
well done.
Okay, so they resist that, they resist that, and they resist... That's kind of neutral. There's only a single target. Just do everything. Right, got rid of the tank, which is the nice thing.
Not getting any co-
So they're going to stop respawning now. The boxes are a bit annoying. Yes.
Too cold.
All enemies eliminated. What is this one? What do you count this gentleman as? Anyway.
Yeah.
And that one? What does he count as if all enemies are eliminated? Okay, that... I didn't think that would let me do that. I was hoping to get to behind them into the slightly tiny gap there, but clearly that did not happen. That's dead. Charge! That's not what I wanted to do. Would you believe?
Yes.
I believe I can tank this.
We'll
Here, actually. Should be behind him. Oh, there's one there. I did not notice. Whoops. Anyway, how much health does he have? 182. Oh, he dead. Never mind. Cool.
Will do.
Pylon! Damage up, please. You just wait there. Don't worry about it. So what happened there was the person whose turn it was activated and got killed in the Overwatch. That is what we like to see. Just in case this isn't the end of the mission and it's just another checkpoint, I'm going to bunker back up to the door.
Could be.
I'm going to stack us all up on top onto the door actually.
Sure.
Before I dig.
Needs.
How much health do you have left? 40? Yeah, that's fine. Unity is kind of slow, so yeah, take this chance to move her up. Boy, it really sucks that you're first in the order. The robot, I don't mind so much about stacking up on the door.
Right. Sure.
And turn. Let's give everyone a buff just in case.
Needs. Will.
Next to the door. Literally in the door. As close as I can. Well, figuratively in the door, but as close as I can get to being in the door.
Let's go.
Right.
Right, so if I change
Time for.
this heal should work on it all.
Everyone needs.
Hell yeah. Enter. Open the door, please. Oh, that was the okay. So that was the thing. Whew. Please don't crash. Thank you. Yep. Like I said, multiple mission thing. So I'm going to end the stream here. Actually, I'm going to save. Hunt for Red Base Depot. That was the. Wow, it has been over a year since I played this last. Cool. These are all the autosaves, by the way. Yes, so I am going to end the stream here. So, thank you for watching. As this is not doing... Okay, so I guess YouTube, I'll explain now my thought process for YouTube and for Twitch. Obviously, part of streaming on Twitch is trying to do stuff to build the channel, and this game does not bring people to the channel. I'm going to be honest about it. It's an indie game, and it is very niche within that genre, within the sphere of indie games. So I'm going to play it through on easy. I still want to play it, I still want to experience it, but I'm going to play it through on easy for time purposes, to get back to playing other games that might bring people to the channel, or well, no, that just might bring people to the channel. So that's why it's going to be, I'm going to change it to easy from now on, just for mostly my mental health, really, because when I have no one in the channel, it really affects it. You know, it's not ideal as a streamer to have that problem, but there we go. So I'm going to do that. So I'll play it through on easy. As I say, I don't mind about difficulty. I've never minded about difficulty. I might do some custom slider stuff. I don't know. Or I could just leave it easy preset. I'll have a think about that. But I'll be back with this on Friday. Hopefully you've enjoyed the first 2.5 hours of Chapter 2, which was 2 missions. And yeah, that's it. Have a good one. Please do stay safe. Please do stay healthy, and please do stay wholesome. And I will see you around and anon. Hopefully, maybe. Please love me. Please.